you had a great day. Hope all is well with you today. Thought we'd step outside, talk about some things, talk about some things, see what's on your mind, and we'll go from there. So when you log on, just say hi. It's rude to jump on someone's page and not say anything. So when you all jump on, please say hello. How you doing? We thought we'd come outside today. We've been talking about winning from within. A lot of us don't know how to win a game because we never play the game. And those of you who play the game don't play to win, or you play by different rules. So then when you're winning, you don't know if you won because of you or you won because of something else. So the topic is winning from within. So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So if you want to win from within, first of all, have you identified what you're winning from? What are you dealing with? Some of us deal with some of us deal with a lot of stuff. Some of us deal with a lot of things. But in winning, here's the thing about winning. First, you haven't established what's going on the inside of you. Some of you are dealing with past trauma. Some of you are dealing with issues from childhood, issues from your friends and that you thought were friends, and then you lose because they're not really your friends. You don't win because you're still holding on to past hurt, past relationships, things that you want in life that you have not allowed yourself to heal from. You've gone through so much in your life that you don't know how to win, because the win is that you're trying to beat somebody else at what they're doing. But here's my question. What is it that's holding you back from being who you need to be? And what I mean by that is, like, understand what I'm saying. A lot of times we want to win at life. We want to win in life. But here's the thing. How can you win in life, and how do you win with life? Because in winning with life, here's the thing you're dealing with. What are the rules? What are your rules in being in winning in life? Because here's the issue that runs people's lives. If they fail at it, do they try it again? Most of the people don't. If you want to win, do you ever try to figure out what you're winning from? So now watch. I want you to follow me to here, because it's going to make sense if you understand. First thing about winning is you accomplishing a goal that you have set out, and once you set out that goal, you accomplish that to win. Most of the time, people set goals, but they never finish the race, and then they quit. They fall by the wayside. Let me give you this one. Don't take it personal. It's just what I'm throwing out there. How many times have you said you're gonna lose weight and you didn't do it? How many times you started a project and you stopped? How many times you said you want to run your own business and you never start? How many of you been wanting to write a book and haven't started? Nobody's wrote down any chapters. You haven't wrote down one thing to make sense. But here's the thing. You saying I'm waiting on somebody else, but somebody else is waiting on you to accomplish what you have set out. Because see, here's the thing about life. Life is tricky. You don't know if you have tomorrow. You don't know if tomorrow will ever come. But when it shows up, are you ready for tomorrow? Are you ready to win the next day? Because everything in life happens for a reason. Hey, how you doing? Everything happens in life for a reason. But then here's the thing. Have you figured out the reason for why you're here? What's your raison d'etre? What is it that you are doing in life that gives you that satisfaction? What is it that gives you that meaning that you wake up every morning and say, I got to get something accomplished. I got to get something done. Because see, here's the thing. You can listen to motivational speakers. You can read every self-help book. You can do most of the things that you set out to do. But the issue of it is what's motivating you when they not talking to you? What's helping you get to where you want to get to? Sometimes you have to get with people to get where you're trying to go. But surround yourself with people that's going to push you, that's going to prep you, but they're also going to prepare you. Push you, prep you and prepare you. The thing about life is this. How many of you are prepared for life? We're not. Guess what? You get laid off tomorrow, what happens? You worried all night. I don't know how I'm gonna pay these bills. But guess what? Those same bills gonna come every 30 days, whether you with a job or without a job. The same people that walked out of your life are the same people that said you wasn't gonna make it. But here's the deal. Winning doesn't require you to depend on anybody but who? You. That's how you win. Look, I don't care if you say, I'm going to lose 5 pounds by next week. Lose the 5 pounds. I don't care if you say, my goal is to pay off one bill. Pay off one bill. But here's our issue, for real. Like, for real. Hey, how y'all doing? Man, what's up? I'm trying. But here's the thing about life. Life is still the same way every day. Do you know what tomorrow holds? Okay. Can I be a little spiritual for y'all for a second? How many of you trust God? How many of you trust God? Okay. Like I told you, I know what this page is, so don't get on here talking about, well, who is that and not. You have to understand that in this world, this is what the word says. See, I'm gonna give you everything so that you can't say it's just my opinion, what I think, or what I know. In this world, you will have what? Trials and tribulations. But it says, but be of good cheer. How can you be of good cheer when you ain't doing nothing? And you know what I mean by being of good cheer? You didn't went through a lot of ups and downs. You didn't went through a lot of disappointments and heartaches. But the toughest part about going through what you're going through, here's the toughest part. You don't have a manual to tell you how to do certain things, right? Even your car has a manual on how to operate it. You never read it though, do you? You jump in, no, I know how to drive. But guess what? When something go wrong, they tell you to take it back to the dealership. So here's what I want you to say. Here's what I want you to understand. When something goes wrong in your life, who do you take your life to? Where do you take your life to? Who do you have that can give you wise counseling? Who do you have that can talk to you and say, look, this is how you fix some things in your life? Some of us are very good stewards of reading, but what books are you reading? What are you taking in? Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Y'all clowning today. I'm not about to play with y'all. So winning, this is what I'm saying within. So, okay, so now here's a bigger question. Since we're talking about winning within what? Within you. See, in life, you have to win life's small battles, life's small accomplishments. You have to win those things because in winning those things, you win the bigger game later. It's like, okay, you ever watch sports? In the sports, they may lose during the season. But they gel as a team to prepare themselves for where they're trying to go. And when you get there, you're prepared for life. Life is, I know people say life, we be life in it, laugh out loud and all of that. But here's the thing that I know about life. It's going to keep coming whether you in it or on it or around it. And here's what I mean by that. You in it right now. You can be under it tomorrow. You can be around it another day. But you have to determine for in yourself, what does it look like for me to win? See, some of us don't know what it is because we so, how can I say it? We fail or let me say, we haven't accomplished a lot of things that we want to accomplish in life. And so we don't know how to win. We don't know how to celebrate the small accomplishments. Here's a small accomplishment. Can we be transparent? Hey, how you doing? A lot of times in life, you fail. Your job plays out. Folks leave you. Have you ever thought about why did they leave you in your life? Everybody can't go where you going. I understand that already. Everybody can't fly like an eagle because guess what? Eagles soar high. Most birds have a certain altitude they can reach. Certain people have reached the capacity in your life that they're going to reach. Okay, let me give y'all this. There's a couple of things I always tell people. Yeah, I'm outside. There are a couple of things I always tell people. And I want you to write this down. Take this down. Take some real good notes. People come into your life for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. Okay, right? I'm gonna say it again. A reason, and then I'm gonna break it down. A reason, a season, and a lifetime. Okay. When people come into your life, ask yourself this question: why are they in my life at this point in time in my life? A reason. There's a reason, and then look at the season that they enter your life. And when you're in a season, seasons change. Everybody can't be in you with you in the summer, but maybe they can be with you in the fall. Or maybe they can't be with you in the fall, but they can be with you in the winter. But here's a thing that I would share with you. Stop keeping people past their due date. Some people need to leave. Bye. Go. You need to go. Because guess what? The more you hang around them, you know what happens? The less you're motivated, the less you want to do for yourself. And I ain't saying that you're not doing for yourself, but here's the biggest thing in life that we have. We think everybody is supposed to help us. No, they're not supposed to help us. Because see, here's the thing. I hear people say this all the time. You came in this world by yourself. You're going to leave by yourself. When you first started walking what? By yourself. You started crawling. And you had a little help and things like that. And so within our lives, everybody has a reason. See, the reason is, why did you meet him or her? Why did you need to go there or this? See, sometimes giving yourself a break changes your mindset, changes your thinking. How you win within here's another key point. You win by changing your mindset, your thinking. See, if you allow negative things that you watch, negative things that you see, hey, what's up? Negative things that you are dealing with, you allow that to rule, then guess what's going to be in your mind? All day, negative. Well, they said I got to do this. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with talking to yourself. It's just what you're saying to yourself. I mean, sometimes I tell people all the time, look, I've been in a truck and I'm saying, man, I'm going to knock this car out, blase. I'm going to go on and do this. Because in life, you have to know I'm winning because I understand that it ain't all solely based on what I know. It's also surrounding yourself with positive minded thinking people. When I want advice, I don't call nobody that's going to be a Debbie Downer. Why would I call them? If they ain't supported me all this time, what you mean they gonna support me now? How many of you, hey, what's up? How many of you are still regretting some things or regretting some decisions that you made? You regret it. You said, damn, if I would have never got with that person. True. But you learn in every situation. You educated and learn how to do certain things. If you burn a meal, you learn how to cook something. You ain't want it burnt. Some people eat steak. You know how they do it. They big time. Not everybody. Hey man, what's up? How y'all doing? Hey, let me do this. Let me do a pause for the cause. If it's your first time on my channel, please subscribe, like, and share. You know how I am. I don't really do a lot of pubbing, but if you jumped on and this is your first time, please go and like and share on this channel. By the time you hear this message, we'll be done. But I want you to hear it in its entirety, because I think sometimes we hear everything. But here's the thing that I want you to understand. Remember, I gave 3 points. I said a lot already. In life, this is the one thing. Let me be personal. In my life, I don't have a whole bunch of friends. I don't really deal with a whole lot of people, because I understand this. My circle is, I'm sorry. My circle is very small. How do I have? So you had a divorce. Okay. Here's the thing. What I always share with people, I've never been married. So I don't want to speak on something that I can't really just say, hey, I can give you this answer. But what I can say is, what did you learn in the divorce first? Not about the other person, first about you. See, in every breakup, there's something that you learn. In every relationship you've been in, you learn something about what you're not going to tolerate going forward. See, that's the thing that people don't understand. When you move forward in life, there's certain things you just don't deal with. I'm just saying. You almost. So here's the thing. We're going to continue to win, but here's the thing. Here's what I want you to understand about winning. In winning in life is this. You have to know your strengths and you have to know your weaknesses. What are your strengths? What are the things you can do without nobody with ease? But then what is the thing? What are your weaknesses? See, what I learned about people, they'll push the right button the wrong day. Oh yeah, we gonna push a button today. We're gonna push buttons today because see, when you push people buttons, here's what you're doing. You're trying to show them you ain't as strong as you think you are. But here's the thing about life. When one door closes, there's another door that's getting ready to open. But you have to determine how you walk through that door. Are you walking through that door with your head up? Are you walking through your door with that head down? How are you walking through that door? Because the door that you have that was closed on you, you don't even know why it was closed. See, you upset because but guess what? That door closed because it made sure that you didn't have to go through so much pain. You went through some, but not all of it. So here's the thing. I want you to remember this. I jumped on a little bit early today because a lot of times people miss me when I jump on. But I want to ask you a deep question. What is your deepest fear? What is the one thing that no matter what is your deepest fear? See, you can't answer that right now because you don't really know what your deepest fear is. You going through life just hemming and hawing. But what is your deepest fear? What are you afraid of? Not winning? Not succeeding? What is your deepest fear? Because see, I told you I'm spiritual too, so I'm a spiritual being. The one thing that I know is that he didn't give you a spirit of fear, but a spirit of a sound mind. See, when you got a sound mind, that means you got peace. When you got a sound mind, that means people can't just tell you anything and you believe it. See, you have reason and deduction that you can go through your whole mind and process things. So once again, what's your deepest fear? You know what's my deepest fear is? Not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Not following through on what the original design. That's why I say I ask myself every day these questions. When I meet new people or new people come into life, what's the reason, the season, and a lifetime? You got to remember that. People do come into your life for a reason and a season and a lifetime. See, my lifetime friends, I don't even talk to them every day. That's what I mean. My lifetime friends. These people that been with me, they've been rocking me. Let me give it to you this way. They're my day ones. I don't even got to talk to them. They're my day ones. When I put that back signal out and I say, hey, man, I need you, guess what? They show up 10 times out of 10. They hold me down 10 toes deep. They in it. Now, just people I rock with from time to time, they want explanations. Well, what happened? What you do? I ain't did nothing. But look, here's the thing. I want to leave you with this because I'll jump back on and follow up with this. Here's what I want you to understand. The one thing about winning, it's going to cost you some sacrifices. It's going to cost you something. Winning costs. That means you may not go to the club this week because you're trying to win somewhere else. But it costs you something. Ask any athlete that play any professional sport, they have made some great sacrifices from 14, from 10, from all certain ages in order for them to get to the NBA, the NFL, baseball, whatever it is. They have done whatever it takes. Let me ask you this question. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Everybody ain't willing to do whatever it takes. So if you're willing to do whatever it takes, you're going to win. And guess what? The inner you is the most strongest person. That it's what's on the inside of a person that makes them strong, not what's on the outside. See, I look at what's going on a person's inside, because outside they can fake. Outside can be changed, but inside is where you win. Look, that's my time. That's my bat. Look, I look up and look for you and see you again next Tuesday, next Sunday. We'll be back talking about this. And I love your comments. Thank y'all so much for being on here. But look, here's the thing. Like, share, subscribe. That's all I want you to do. Look, that's been my time, my hour. See y'all again. But it ain't been my hour. It's been, I jumped on early. So if y'all have any questions, y'all hit me up on my email. Hit me in my, hey, now you want to, man, come on, bro. That's what you're doing. I appreciate you. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I always thank people for jumping on because you don't have to. You could be doing something else, but I thank you for jumping on and being a part of my show tonight. Look, we'll be back. Look forward to seeing you soon. Peace.